It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Broncos and the Ravens on Sunday night primetime.
The third of three games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback from Western Kentucky by way of South Florida. It's Mike White.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Play action. Here's White. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that could have a ripple effect on how they function throughout. This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now White. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Nick Bonito coming in and dropping for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
We said it before the game. I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they have to expect to come off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. To the air goes Daniels. Pass incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Throwing now is Daniels. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's Daniels. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they snap him short of the 1st, as he can only get to the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Daniels. His pass caught at the 4. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
To throw is Daniels. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Puka Nacua from 3 yards out. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man wins even more. An extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at him. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
White. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this play will be blown up. It's back at the 48. On fourth down on his Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Off the play fake, Daniels. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's...
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. 3rd and 8 as they've got it as we resume action. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. This pass complete to Higgins. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Daniels going to throw for it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action. Now it's Daniels.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Daniels looking to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Alec Pierce.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. It's now 14-0. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, White. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Christian Harris from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line. Well short of the 1st down marker. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the run.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Go, go!
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Got a man complete, it's Taylor. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Looking to throw. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Alec Pierce with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. It's a score 21-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now White. Finds Gibbs on the check down. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Ravens offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They go play action. Daniels.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Stiff-armed him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during
a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now White off the bootleg.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Cooper Kupp from 8 yards out. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 62 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They run once more with Taylor. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. That is caught.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. Pick up 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple more times.
To the air goes Daniels. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And 3 touchdowns in 21. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's White. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Nick Bonito in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in the stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
To the 27-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing now is Daniels. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Daniels. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Taylor. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now White. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
White looks to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. White.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, White. That pass complete to Moore.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, White. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the gun, here's White. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 3rd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league. It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Finding Pierce on the crossing route.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Daniels. Pass complete there to Nakua.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the